everybody. We're doing a remote episode of Tales from the Head today, but it's really the same location. It's just now we're in the backyard.
The studio's being renovated, therefore we moved down.
You know what? Technically, and by the head, welcome. By the head. By the way, welcome to Tales from the Head.
Hey, welcome, yo.
Please like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell your aunt that's old, because these old people, listen, they stay home all day. They got nothing else to do. There's only so much bingo planning that can go on in one day. You know?
And if you're listening to us while you're doing a long drive, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll keep you entertained, hopefully.
Because you could be choosing to drink when drive. You could be choosing to sleep at the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a much healthier alternative.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I say so.
please
absolutely.
choose us.
Please choose life and choose us.
But when you're gonna indulge in some adult beverages, today we've got a couple here. This is Concord's own Epidemic Ales.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. This is called Lager at World's End. I like their logo on it, dude. I like it. It's very similar to like Artel's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
Your tattoo kind of style.
Yeah, also too. Yeah, it looks like a tattoo.
Kind of Iron Giant meets. Yeah, just Iron Giant-y. Iron Giant-y.
Which is
it's a lager. I am a fan as well, so this will be a nice, tasty little.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy. Salud.
Salud. Not
You
bad.
like it?
Yeah, it's like a very full. Yeah, it's not bad. It's smooth though.
It's very smooth,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
like
not
that.
like super light.
No.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
It doesn't taste the same, but it reminds me of Coors Banquet. Not the light, but
the Banquet
tan
one. Yeah. Also, okay. You just said that, and I'm having flashbacks right now. In Mexico, when I went last year, Pacifico came out with a new, a new beer. It's called Pacifico Suave.
Ooh.
And it has the same taste. It's like a between the light and the regular.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this kind of reminds me of. It's like a Coors Light and like the Coors regular one, or like a Bud Light and a Budweiser.
We kind of like even good. We were just talking about earlier, like a Modelo.
A Modelo.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like a Modelo.
Exactly. A good, just middle of the road, nice, full flavored lager.
No cheat, no filler. Just you know what you're gonna get.
No fancy.
Yeah.
Let's do a little elevator pitch. So, a perfect introduction to craft beer for the uninitiated. I had a couple already, and a welcome change of pace for the craft beer guru that wants a break from hoppiness. This traditional American lager is so crisp and refreshing that it deserves a moment to be enjoyed, even if the world around you is ending. Now, I know a lot of people out there are going to be like, "Why are you guys so fucking dramatic? Have you heard us? Have you seen what we do here?"
We my family is very dramatic, as you know. I'm super dramatic. It's 0 to 100 all the time.
Yeah.
And Coop over here by default, since he was raised by Mexicans, he's also dramatic as well.
My dad's like, "What?
Excuse me?
So that's what's happening while I was working?"
Is that excuse me? Dude,
Sorry, Dad.
You know, it's funny. On Monday, we went to happy hour with my work, and we did I had this Tales from the Crib kind of style, and it's funny because I also took a picture because it reminded me of the podcast.
Yeah.
And that beer was not bad. It was an IP. It was an IPA.
IPL?
No, I'm sorry. It was a pale ale. I'm sorry.
Pale ale.
It was pale ale. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said IP, but it was a pale ale. Because I'm not really into like the hoppiness or anything, but pale ales. I'm leaning towards it because
Right, they're not as bitter as the IPA.
yeah, and also like a lot of musicians like Deftones and stuff always comes out with pale ales. So I've been trying them. Like I tried the White Pony one. I tried the Ohms one. I've been trying several.
How
ones.
is the White Pony?
White Pony was delicious, actually. I really loved it, and this is coming from a person who's not into pale ales at all.
Yeah, because pales are even though they're like not as like, they're still pretty fucking bitter sometimes.
Yeah.
Or
like super dry.
Very dry.
Yeah,
That's like Sierra Nevada.
Yeah,
I get caught enough,
dude.
From
but
that.
if you ever have a chance, dude, I suggest
I'll go to the brewery.
Yeah, they had. I remember I went there, dude. Legit, maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the pandemic.
It's in Chico, right?
Yes, in Chico. We went to see my buddy's brother play. He was playing for San Marcos, CSU San Marcos at Chico. So we went to see him play, and we stopped at the brewery. It was nice, dude. If you and Steph ever have like a grown up day trip or something, I think that'd be a very good place.
I think that'd be fun, but you know what? We should just plan a Tales from the Head road trip.
Bro.
Because who else better than me and you, bud? Because honestly, we might have to talk the women into it a little bit, and we're not going to talk each other into it at all.
No, we're like, okay, cool. If anything,
nice little day trip.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm always down.
I think we could do that. That'd be fun. Everyone needs a break from us too. Let's not lie like we're God's gift here.
This is why our partners support this project.
Like,
it's
get
not because
him the fuck out of the house.
Please leave. Go into the room for a couple of hours.
But it's true because this does, at least for me, act like a reset somewhat.
You know what? It really is, dude. And
it ends the week.
It ends the week
before we start the week.
And not only that, but it's a great week. It's a great detachment. We always talk about when we're dealing with mental wellness or on a journey to live better and healthier, always picking up hobbies and stuff. And this is, even though sometimes it feels like work, especially for our production team, this guy, sometimes it definitely feels like work, but it's still a hobby, dude, and it's fun.
It is, and that is a very good explanation because it's a labor of love.
Absolutely.
And it's my favorite labor. It's next to being a parent, but it's my favorite, activity that is not like, at least we're not like, I don't know. I don't want to denounce other hobbies. But,
no.
But we could be like doing something bad, right?
But you know what?
Like getting a drug addiction.
Yeah.
Some sort.
That's the only hobby we do not support at all.
No. And if you do it, don't tell anyone about it.
Yeah,
be smart and responsible about it, and do it yourself.
Like I always tell everybody, I'm like, do whatever it is that you love to do. Do whatever it is that you love, as long as you're not hurting yourself or others.
Yeah,
and I support that.
Because that's the thing. Even some people are like, "What do you care?" But it's like, yeah, but sometimes if you hurt yourself, you're affecting other people, and you still are hurting others.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then hobbies are supposed to be your own passion, dude.
Hobbies should be a no judge zone like you just said, as long as there's no intent of harm, and you're not a psychopath.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's pretty easy. You don't have to have a guideline so much.
There's no rules for hobby except
don't choke out small animals.
Oh, please.
Don't collect their pelts.
You know which hobby I cannot get behind, and this is not because I don't deem it. I just don't get it.
Let it rip.
The toy train hobbies.
Oh man, so I don't have a love for it, but I have family members that are deep in it, dude. So my dad's dad, my grandfather on my dad's side, he had Lionel trains, legit the small.
Yeah.
And he made it was you've seen Addams Family.
Yeah.
He has a drop down thing in his garage.
Yeah.
The Train City. I don't get it either. I admired it and I loved it, but I didn't want it for myself.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is fucking dope.
Yeah.
And to me, it's I get it. It's not for me either. But it's something I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then my uncles, who live in the east side, they have a train that wraps around the top.
Really?
Of my grandpa. So they got this really nice train, and that one's big.
Yeah.
But because train people know the size of the model, and that's double H is whatever. But theirs is the big one.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking
about.
Exactly.
I'm trying not to act like I know.
I'm like, wow, this fool really knows.
Dude, what would you do if I had a conductor hat?
I know.
I just put it on. Turn into Thomas the fucking Train right now.
The fucking whistle and shit.
So my grandpa's a contractor. He built my uncle a little, I guess you could say a wraparound shelf around the whole front room, and that's where the train can run around.
That's pretty dope.
It's pretty fucking
That's
cool.
fucking dope, though.
So, but that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But then, I totally understand, and I'm not defending it. It's a ridiculous hobby because let's tear it apart for a second because it's fun to showcase and then just burn it.
Yeah.
So
we got
it's a very expensive hobby.
Dude,
insanely expensive.
I figure, dude. Yeah.
You think Legos are bad? Dude.
This is like
Go to like a Hobby Lobby, and they probably have a fucking train section. Because the place like a Hobby Lobby would probably have something like that. Because they're legit. Yeah. By the way, Hobby Lobby's fucking awesome. If you're a fan of like places to find like crafts and cool shit for supplies, it's probably. I mean, it blows Michael's out of the fucking water.
Oh, it's like a Costco full of.
It's fucking great.
It's a Costco, dude. It's funny. My partner and I were going for a walk on, I don't know, Thursday or something, and it was just like, it was a nice day. It was fucking beautiful sunset. I'm like, let's go for a quick walk. Mm-hmm. We managed to find our way inside Marshall's.
Marshalls, yes.
Granted, my partner does not like going to those type of stores. She's very like, I get in, get out. I don't have patience to like look for shit.
Okay.
This girl freaking, like, I lost her in the home goods section.
How did you? So did you lose her because you were so excited and looking around, or did you lose her because she got excited and was looking around?
She got excited.
Okay.
And she's like I'm seeing her like, bro, tell me why we spent like 20 minutes in the freaking of trying to get a new fucking, what's it called, a cutting board.
Oh, you're like, should we get bamboo? Should we do treated?
That was exactly the. Oh, this is kind of not thick enough. Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, look at this is koa wood from Hawaii.
Oh wow, yeah. And then
this one's babinga. Now I'm being too much of a wood nerd now.
And then we got a little bit too excited. And we bought ourselves a tea bag organizer.
That's interesting, and that is something you would get at a Marshall's. It's very exclusively niche because it's something you're never looking for, but you're like, oh, I can use this.
That's exactly what happened.
That's what Marshall's is. No one goes there knowing exactly what they want. They go there knowing how much they're going to spend.
Oh, my God, dude. That's exactly what happened. We see it, and I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, look, babe, they have a tea bag organizer. And this is how I sold her. I'm like, imagine how much space we can clear up with this in that,
Wait,
that drawer.
So what is it? Can you let's run through this. I want to know what it kind of looks like. Paint a picture for me.
So it's like it has like 3 slots. Okay. And it can fit up to, I believe, 30 sleeves of tea. So you can essentially put
so you wouldn't put the boxes, you would be putting individual bags.
And then it has like a lid, and it kind of just fits in your drawer. So rather than putting like 3 different boxes, you have it
okay. So it is saving space.
Yeah, it is a time saver. And then it had this cool like that, like kind of like my guitar, my Telecaster guitar, greenish, kind of like Tom DeLonge.
Oh yeah, the mint green.
Like the mint, yeah, it's kind of like a mint, like 50s green with like a cream.
Yeah, the
color.
Turquoise weird green, the seafoam green.
Yeah, seafoam green. That's what it's called.
There we go.
And they also had it like in that blue, that same blue,
like the pale blue.
The pale blue, and they had it, I think, in red. And we went with the green one, but fucking stupid ass, we didn't know there was fucking like wedge in there, like the top, so we couldn't get the top off. So I have it right actually in the back seat of my car. We're gonna return it and get like a different color one.
So it hasn't even been used yet.
It hasn't been used. We tried to. I was so excited to organize my fucking tea bags in there. And,
no tea bagging tonight.
Yeah. So.
Well, they're open today.
Oh no, we know. I got the receipt and everything. But it's funny because I didn't know I needed that product until I went to Marshall's and I saw it on the shelf and I said, "Oh shit, I need this."
Well, dude, to be fair, if you're making a list that has that on it, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what, babe? I've been looking around, and I gotta say, we could really use a teabag organizer.
And
I've been talking to some of my friends,
and I've been reading reviews. And this seems to be
I've been up all night. Okay, you know why I wasn't snoring last night? Because I was up looking at tea organizers.
You know why I'm so tired right now? I couldn't sleep. Thinking which tea bag organizer is the best, which is the best value for us.
You know, that is a big thing because and that's also how you know you're getting older because 20-year-old you would slap you.
Absolutely,
so hard.
Dude. Absolutely.
And not just you, it would slap me too.
Yeah, it will slap both of us.
Yeah.
Getting all excited about going to Hobby Lobby and shit. Getting all excited for
you guys have it down there?
Yeah, there's one down
I'm guessing Campbell.
Not in Campbell. There's one in Morgan Hill.
Oh.
which is still like a 15, 20
But-
minute drive.
Yeah, because
Not
now
bad.
you're on the south side, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
actually not bad for you.
Not bad at all, actually.
And then you can escape the east side because the east side's a fucking zoo.
I miss the east side, bro.
But that's just because you barely left. It's that weird breakup stage. Don't worry, give it time. It'll callous over, and you'll be fine.
I was reminded.
Plus your folks and family still there. You're not even gonna be able to miss it.
I was reminded that I need to stop acting gangster. I was reminded like you need to stop being acting cholo. You're not a cholo.
Well, what do you
guy
do?
anymore.
What do you do anymore that is cholo though? Because I don't really feel. Maybe I don't see you at school, so maybe you vato it up for the children. Gotta intimidate them a little. I understand that.
Understandable.
Maybe Monica might like it. I mean, you guys did just watch Blood In, Blood Out. Did you actually watch?
We haven't watched it yet.
Fucking, I deleted it off Google Drive too.
Really?
Well, because it was I can add it back on.
No, it's
no,
cool.
it's I can add it back on. It's just I cleared up space. It's random, and
It's
I
okay.
got space
Because
again.
what I did anyways is I ended up downloading it into. I made a copy
you
of it.
did get a copy.
I made
already.
a copy into
Then you're
my
good.
Google Drive, and also I finally got my PS3 to work.
Oh, so you can
So
put
I have
your hard
a DVD,
drive in there.
and I also have a DVD. I have it on DVD, so it works out.
So you can play DVDs again.
I'm back in the.
I was gonna say I have a shit ton of DVDs.
I'm living back in 1999.
You can borrow something.
If the ghost moves me, if the Holy Ghost moves me, I will be definitely looking at your collection.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't even
I'm
know
expecting
anymore.
it to me. I think it's a maybe.
Maybe it's definitely
it's
a
definitely
nice way of saying
it's a
maybe.
poetic maybe.
No, but I was reminded that I'm no longer a homie. I'm no longer cholo. I can't be now. I can't.
Was there something that happened to remind you, or did?
It's just sometimes you're just there and like, man, fuck that fool, man. If that fool sees me, fool, I'm a fucking
You woke up one day and you just didn't want to wear the Cortezes anymore.
Well, I never was into Cortezes.
They're not. They're kind of not. They're not the very very comfy. They're very tight fitting.
I've always been into the Chucks. I was always the Chucks Dickies kind of homie.
Yeah.
With like the flannel,
which goes well because the Latino metalheads. I mean, even me, I wore that too. But in the Latin community, is very common. The Dickies and
Chucks
skate
or
shoes.
Vans,
yeah,
the long socks.
I just got some Vans today. I was super excited. We were gonna go to I was like, there's no Vans store because I didn't want to go to a mall. So we went to we were in Manteca and there's Tilly's out there, and I was like, oh, okay, they got Vans and shit.
Yeah, Manteca up here.
So I went in there. Tilly's is a great place to get little skateboards and stuff. They had a bunch of sales on boards.
Really?
Like 30% off completes.
Nice.
And then they even had 40% off little penny boards, which are usually pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're usually like, for being such a small, cheap board, they run you like a bill and up.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like
they're like 80 or 75. So I was like, you know what? I'm not in the market today, but good deal.
No.
And then I was disappointed. They had like 3 Vans, 2 Nikes, and I don't know. So I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
So we went to Famous Footwear, which I have great luck at places like DSW.
Yeah.
Famous Footwear was worse than Tilly's selection-wise.
Really?
They had a bunch, at least for men's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
It was 80% women and children. And then there was 2 aisles of men's shoes, which DSW gives you like half the store is men.
Yeah, but you know what? That's expected. Shopping is always catered towards.
Then I'm not going to shop there because you don't sell shit for me. So there you go.
That's true.
So fuck them. And if you like Famous Footwear, fuck you too.
I have not been to a Famous Footwear, but I always remember they always had a buy one get one half off kind of deals.
Yeah, buy whatever, buy shit. They had and that's the thing. In the men's section, they had 2 of the shoes taken up were orthopedics. So I was like, gee, thanks. Whatever.
They know the demographics.
So anyway, we left quick. I'm like, let's just go to Kohl's because usually I can find something.
I
at
like Kohl's.
I like Kohl's too.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, it feels like an older person store kind of, but they also I just feel like you're gonna find stuff. So
it's a more classy Mervyn's.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or Miller's South.
But Mervyn's is a very good. It is a little better than Mervyn's, but yeah, Mervyn's is a good example.
Yeah.
So I went there and really nice van selection. A shit ton of Vans.
Mm-hmm.
Shit ton of Nikes. Shit ton of New Balance. And I was just like, Kohl's has the best selection almost any of these motherfuckers. No wonder all these fucking old people shop here.
Yeah.
So I found some all white leather Vans. and I was gonna get them, and I even wore them, and I was a second away from buying them.
You were testing out and shit.
And I knew that a voice in my head was like, I never owned white shoes. I've always wanted white shoes. They look nice. And then I was just like, I'm gonna fuck them up the first 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Dude, they got scuffed when I put them back in the box.
That was their sign right there.
Yeah. So I was like, nope. And then I went around and looked for a second. I found gray leather Vans. And I'm like, that I can work with. Those aren't going to scuff up like these fucking white ones. The white ones look fantastic, but you have to literally, like, they need, like, a bubble around them, so no dust or...
I never like white shoes for the same reason, too.
I love the way they look if they're always fresh and clean.
Oh, I like them on other people.
Yeah, but I even looked at myself in the mirror, and they looked great against my jeans and all that, and I was just like... But I kept thinking to myself, and I'm like, this ain't me.
Yeah.
It ain't me. It's way too... It's not even I wasn't even gonna use a derogatory term. It's just not me. It's too pure. I'm not that pure. I need a little gray, a little discolor,
and then a little off-white, please.
Yeah, definitely, dude. It was stressing me out because I think that's what people love about them is they're so like, oh wow, those are really clean because they're so white.
Yeah,
and it's like, I will be. Why do I need to stress about my shoes?
I was just gonna say, why the fuck would you want to buy shoes that are gonna stress you out?
Exactly. You're gonna be like, I can't walk right there. There's a piece of gum, or oh my god, there's fucking bird shit. Oh my god, a bird shit on my shoe. It's like any other shoe. I just wipe it off.
Yeah.
So I decided against it. I went with the gray ones. They look great. They're really comfy.
It's probably for the best.
It is, and you know what? I love my I got some Under Armours. I call them my dad's shoes.
Under Armours are magnificent.
Oh, they're great.
I love them.
And I still like these style of shoes, and I'm probably going to get another pair. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I miss having skate shoes, you know? And because right now I had the Vans I got are like boots, and I love them, but I can't go running, pushing around on them on the board with. Because I got champed that skateboard. I hit up my boy Matt, not Tattoo Matt, another Matt, and who skates, and I think I'm going to be hanging out with him pretty soon, but I wanted him to try and help Champ learn a little skating. And
nice, dude.
You know, because he knows, and he knows what to do. He'd probably be better. We could work together at teaching him because parents aren't always the best teachers with everything. Sometimes we don't have the patience and we don't have the know-how. You know, and sometimes if you're not confident enough in doing it, you're not good at teaching it because obviously you don't even do it yourself. You know, so that's what's funny about that whole teaching thing. But do we want to go in with updates this week since we were off for a week?
Yeah, let's do a little updates, dude. This week was rough, bro. Like, work-wise, which was rough for me, dude. Like, Monday, for some reason, was just god-awful, you know. I think the time change, feeling sluggish all day at work. Even after work, you know. Luckily, I did end the day with a nice high. Yeah. I went for a walk.
Hell yeah.
And actually, I'm pretty proud of myself, dude. Like we're always saying, you know, mental wellness this, mental wellness that, but like I feel like we're actually putting the work. Like I went for walks majority of I want to say every single day this week. Even if it was like a quick one. You know, went for a walk, but Monday was just rough, and then Tuesday felt like a Thursday for me, bro. Like it was insane, and I think
like as in like you were hoping Wednesday was Friday. Yeah, I hear you.
And I think for the reason for that also is that our school schedule was kind of wacky this past week because they're doing like mid-semester testing kind of thing, so like the schedules are kind of off. So Monday and Tuesday, we had our Wednesday, Thursday schedule, which are block schedules. And then the rest of the week, it was 3-hour classes, 2 classes a day.
Right.
So it was just wacky. It was a fantastic week. Like yesterday, Friday, we finished work, and it was such a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day, unlike today where it's cloudy. But yesterday was just a beautiful day in San Jose, California, and we decided to go for a hike. and I was all about it. Things about hikes, dude. Is like you get excited for them until you actually realize, fuck, I do have to hike. And then you see like a fucking big ass incline for like a mile, and you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But I love
But
it.
have you and Monica done Mission Peak?
It's funny. She just brought it up yesterday. She said that's one of the places we're gonna do this summer.
Oh.
So
She's getting you ready.
She's
giving you some time, dude.
No, she straight up. She already has 2 or 3 hikes that she's like, we're gonna hike that. And
I like how she's giving you time though.
Yeah.
She's all no. Well, this summer, but it's gonna fucking happen.
It's gonna happen. No, and yesterday we did a hike, and I like going hikes, but oh man, going uphill, it just kills you. And I'm just like, the whole time I'm going up, I'm like, fuck you.
It's good for your heart. It's good for your legs.
Oh,
I hear you though. It's pain.
It's, you know what though? But to be honest,
good pain, though.
like
it's a little good pain.
To be honest, like I complain and bitch about it at the time, but there's something so rewarding like going up a hill and like looking down where your fucking car is and it's hella far, and you're like, fuck, I just climbed this. Or like once you're in your car and you see where you were, like, fuck yeah, I was up there like half an hour ago. And it's such like a rush. And I got home and I was tired, but it was like a good tired. I was like, fuck, I did something good.
Accomplished.
Yeah, so tomorrow actually we're gonna go for another hike tomorrow morning. So that's gonna be fun. So I'm excited. She loves to go on hikes.
Yeah.
And she's amazing. She's a badass. She can go and do her hikes by herself. She's done it several times and shit. But something about it for her, like willing to allow me to join her, even though I'm, she's a fucking fast-paced walker, kind of boom, boom, boom. I'm like, bro, let me breathe.
Yeah.
And the fact that she allows me, or she invites me and she encouraged me to do it, like, it's so awesome. And like, I want to get better in that, and build more stamina to go up, so I can go and do more hikes for her.
Yeah.
In the future, because it's a fun thing, and I love going for walks and going for hikes, but I also want to get to her level, so it doesn't feel like it's a drag going with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that's not used to it. Felton is a good place. Santa Cruz Lake Mountains.
Yeah.
Really nice hikes over there. And then
I think about doing that tomorrow.
Muir Woods, dude, over in Oakland.
Yeah.
Super nice. Those are my recommendations.
Thanks, man.
And then, dude, a really good one, Mission Peak, and then do Mount Tamalpais.
She's going to take me there, too.
It's so fucking nice.
Because we see it from our apartment. Like, we see it from, like, distance. We see a little freaking...
Yeah, I think Mount Diablo is technically the highest peak in the Bay Area, but I think Mount Tamalpais is, like, right next.
Yeah.
It's hella high.
And we see it, and she goes, we're going to do it in the summer. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you should. Because you know what? If you can do Mission Peak, you can do that.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Mount Tam is probably... It has its rough moments, but I think Mission Peak's going to be a little more steep in general. Because I actually did a bunch of hiking at Mount Tamalpais before I got married. We did I had a bachelor party, and then we did, I did a thing where it was like, oh, let's go on a hike. Last time as bachelors. Yeah. And it was cool. I got super baked, was just smoking and going on a hike. And it was funny because I was with my buddy Michael, and he was walking behind me, and I was just smoking the whole time. I had a vape, not like a joint. Yeah. It's not that I care about lighting fires in the wilderness. I just had a vape that day.
Yeah, it's not that was you're being conscious.
Kiss my ass, Smokey. I'll do what I want.
Only
don't tell my kid I said that he loves Smokey the Bear.
Only you can prevent forest fire.
Where was I going? Oh yeah,
we're going on this hike.
I was getting so happy. I was just so fried.
Yeah.
And just walking around. And after a while, my buddy was just like, "You know where we're going, right?" And I was just like, "Yeah." I had no fucking clue. So I took the next 10 minutes in my head to be like, let's figure this out before I panic everyone else. So then I'm like, okay, we're good. I saw, and luckily, 5 minutes later, we saw another person. Immediately felt like, oh, cool. We're on a main trail.
Yeah.
We're on a main trail. We're not gonna get raped somewhere.
That happened to me twice, dude. In fact, 2 years ago, we went to Portland a week before they decided to shut everything down.
Oh yeah.
My siblings, significant others, and even my cousin from Mexico. We went to Portland, and we went on the old Colombian highway where they have all the waterfalls. Beautiful. If y'all ever around Portland, I suggest doing that. Fucking just magnificent. Like,
did you say the Magnolia Highway?
Old Colombian.
Why did I say that? That's not what you said at all.
It's my fucking.
No, it wasn't you.
No.
I think it's just me.
It picked it up. But yeah, we did this hike on this beautiful. Sorry.
It's okay. We're outside. You can burp it up.
And we're doing this hike. We go around it. Of course, they're taking, a quick 1 hour hike turned to like a 2 hour hike because they're stopping, taking pictures and shit. And we get to a spot where it looked like we didn't know where we were going.
Right.
And I mean, I'm a pretty conscious person, so I already knew. And I'm like, no, you just follow. It's gonna go around. It's gonna go around. My siblings started freaking out, and they thought we were lost.
Oh no, we don't have enough food.
No, they thought we were lost. Like, yeah, you guys fucking lost. We're supposed to go back over there, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, no, you go over here. So they started having me doubt myself. And then there was somebody else on the pathway, and they also got kind of confused because it's obviously somebody went over there and fucked around with the signs.
Yeah.
So it looked like, what the fuck is going on?
I just like how they blame you.
Yeah.
Like, it couldn't just be that you guys are lost. It
was me
fault.
because I was the one who suggested the
Yeah.
freaking thing.
Thanks a lot, Sacagawea.
And then, I do appreciate your dollar, your gold dollar. Though.
Yeah, that's it.
The other person's also like, are we on the right path? I'm like, yeah, we're on the right path. But my brothers and my sisters, they were like screaming. They were like, help!
Oh my God!
Just
nauseous. And that's perfect because we started this episode and you were mentioning my family's super dramatic.
Yeah,
Exhibit A.
Exhibit A, right there.
What the hell did you get us into, Danny?
Yeah, you don't even know where the fuck we're going.
Jesus.
Why the fuck do we even listen to you?
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
You should be like, I don't know. I don't know why you do, but you do. And here we are.
No one else plans it,
yeah.
but I do.
And here I'm the captain of the ship,
yeah.
so you can fucking do what I say.
Exactly.
Hoist the mainsail and let's get the fuck out of here.
Bust out the phones then. Bust out the phones.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Did anyone think of that?
I think we weren't able to get good reception up there. T-Mobile was really fucking us over.
I also have T-Mobile.
T-Mobile was fucking us over there.
Yeah, they...
So that's the one time. Obviously, we weren't lost. It's just like, no, idiots, just follow the path.
What's funny is like they're like, oh my God, we're lost. You could like still see a cell tower.
Bro, our cars are over there. And they're like, no, we're so done. We're dead here. We're dead. We're dead. Just
I guess I could eat that squirrel over there.
Fuck it. Each man for himself right now.
How are you at cleaning squirrels, Danny?
I haven't need.
Such a hillbilly.
There hasn't been the need for it yet.
But like to say that, yeah, I clean about 50 of them.
Yeah, I clean.
My day. Good eating. Not a lot of meat, but good eating.
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Skin them. Get them in. Boil them. Make a little stew.
Woo. No, this other time, that's when I went to, again, Oregon. Hikes in Oregon's again lost. I swear to God. I went to Oregon with my partner, Monica, and we go on this nice little hike. This is like the first hike we did together. And it was awesome, whatever. We're going this hike. And of course, she's like the leader of the exhibitions she's the leader of expedition. There you go. So I'm just following her. I don't even she downloaded the alt trail, whatever.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
She downloaded it, and then shit got weird. Let's just say the trails got kind of narrow.
Oh, so she was on the app and using it as a map to figure out where to go?
Yeah.
I've never actually done that. That's cool.
Yeah, she downloaded the
All Trails
map.
app?
Yeah, and she downloaded the map so that way it tells you like where to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then shit just didn't seem right. And then there was like, we literally got to a spot. I'm not even playing here with you. I'm not even exaggerating. There was a gap, at least like a 5 feet gap. And she's like, "Oh no, you just hold on to that and then you jump over." I'm like, "Nah, dude, that don't seem right."
No.
And she's like, "No, yeah, that's the trail." Like she was so like,
Maybe.
"No."
I mean, no, I know. I know it's not meant for public use.
Yeah.
But she could. It
She
could be
it
a
could be
trail.
yeah.
No, but
Not
like
the
you
trail.
made a right judgment call.
And
You guys would have been on a news story.
and I'm like, "Bro, I'm like, "Bro, I'm afraid of heights. There's like if I move 1 inch to the right, I'm dead. I'm freaking out."
Because how far of a drop was it?
To be honest, it was I don't even know.
You're like 4 feet.
6 feet. I could touch the floor.
I
with
told
my
you I'm
hand.
fucking scared of heights. I didn't tell you how far.
Yeah. No need for details. So she's like, "All right, wait here. Let me figure it out." So she fucking jumped over. She explores the trail and then she comes back. She's like, "Yeah, that's not the trail." She's like, "No, that's not." They're like, "That's not where we should go." So we went back. We found we just missed the turn. We just missed the turn by like a little bit. We honestly we weren't really that off. We were just off by like maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we came back and we went back on the
But
trail.
because we're such city folk,
yeah.
I mean, like this
was
is more
freaking
of
out,
like
dude.
no. But what I was gonna say was that was smart. That was more intellect, like instinct to say I don't want to do this.
Mhm.
You should listen to that voice.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was your siblings, like that's when you know like. I was gonna say like that's how you know you're a city person when it's like one we lose our cool so quickly,
Yeah.
and panic so fast,
Yeah.
and it's true because everything we do out here we know exactly what it looks like because there's a sign or a light saying this is what it is, and then when you're in the wilderness you really got to go off of like landmarks and you can't just be fucking. It doesn't say trail here with a neon arrow. You know, you gotta like fucking do a little math.
Yeah.
Look around, and I like that because I think it's like, I mean, that's what life is finding things and doing it, not always being told and catered to the specific thing.
And
you
not
know?
only that, if you want to get really deep about it, it's also figuring stuff out on your own that you weren't, that you never thought you were capable of doing, and also being able to like. What was I thinking?
It's a survival skill.
Yeah, but it also like you're exploring the unknown. You're doing something new that you're afraid because you don't know what the result's gonna be, and you're not letting that fear conquer you. You're still gonna do it. You're like, yeah,
Overcoming adversity.
Yeah, and I mean,
in a way.
In a way, we downloaded the app, so we know where we were, but at the same time, we were like overcoming fear of like. Not knowing where we are or like if this is the right way, and just like fuck it, let's just do it. And we got back. The hike was amazing. It was beautiful. But I remember I kept on going uphill, kept on going. I'm fucking dying. My lungs are like fucking killing me. And I turned to her. I'm like, she's like, "Are you cool?" I'm like, "Let's just go." I can't wait to get to the top. I'm pretty sure the view is gonna be amazing. She's like, "Oh, there's no view." I'm like, "The fuck you're talking about?" She's like, "This is the view." I'm like,
You're like,
bro.
oh, so no reward.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, bro, the ocean's like right there. You mean to tell me we're not gonna see like some over fucking cliff of like the fucking ocean or something? It's like, no, this is the view. I was fucking pissed.
I mean, that is a little disappointing.
But
I don't think you're crazy for being disappointed there, sir.
I was disappointed, but you know what? I did get a cool picture of it. It's in my It's in my Facebook. It's in my Instagram. It's the picture of me like looking up in the tall ass trees.
Oh,
It started
yeah.
rain. Got that cool picture.
That's a good pic. That's a really good pic, actually.
And then a couple of minutes later, since it was raining, we had to like fucking be in Nam. We were like crawling through mud, like up to our calves, full of mud. I'm not even playing. Like we were walking through muds, and I'm just like, at that point, Monica was just like, "I'm so sorry, Danny. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, you know what? It is what it is at this point. I'm not even mad. I'm just like, of course. And she's like, you're such a good sport. She's like, I thought you were gonna like quit or just be livid. I'm like, what? I'm gonna be mad at you because you predicted that you're gonna walk through like fucking mud. I'm like, that's not. But it's funny. The last mile, we did get rewarded by walking right against the coast, and we saw some beautiful views of the Oregon Pacific coast, and I never posted those pictures, but I'll show you some of those pictures later.
Nice.
But very beautiful coastline. So it was rewarding. The reward they came, but I think going back to like the whole, just to finish this hiking segment up, is like it sucks at moments.
Yeah.
You know, and this is kind of like, and if you want to get freaking hella deep, as this freaking B-52 bomber decides to pass by us.
Yeah, that's actually Japanese, so let's be careful.
Pearl Harbor.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think it was saying he was going to fly into our house.
I hope you got good insurance.
Should not say that loud on put it out.
But, as I'm talking about this, and we're talking about like hiking and how like it sucks, like going up those hills and you're just like dreading it, but once you reach to the top and you kind of go back and you're like, yeah, fuck you, I conquered you.
Yeah.
That's a great analogy also for like our mental struggles, dude. Like once you're in it, yeah, it fucking sucks. It sucks. You're like, fuck this, I want to give up. You want to turn around. Oh, there's always going to be like hiccups in it. But once you complete it and you reflect back on it, you're like, yeah, fuck you, I did that. What's the next challenge?
Hell yeah.
And I think that's
It's kind of how this week felt too.
That's exactly how this week felt, dude. So in a nutshell, that was my week, bro. It was fucking all off and just
hard,
ups and down. Yeah.
It's good moments.
And it ended with a good note, and I was doing this hike up in we did this hike yesterday in Rancho San Antonio. It's over there by Los Altos.
Oh, okay.
Area. Beautiful views of just, you go up there and you see from San Jose all the way to San Francisco. It was amazing, beautiful view of the peninsula, the South Bay, East Bay, all the bay. It was fucking beautiful, beautiful, dude.
It's nice out there.
Very beautiful. So it was a great way to end the week after having such a, I won't say shitty week, but such like an off week.
Yeah.
How was your week, bro?
My week was annoying. We had 2 people out, and then we had a person quit, and then a new person that was supposed to come in decided that they didn't want to work. So I just basically had to pick up. Me and a few other people picked up the slack all week, and it was a trying week. It wasn't even that busy of a week. It just felt that way because we were so short-staffed. But, it is what it is. You got to pick up the pace. The reason I didn't dig this week so much is because I didn't have my dedicated day off, which was nice because I usually take that day to spend it with my kids or have a nice lunch with Steph or something. It's just kind of a weekend light, and I like it because with the kids, it's nice to spend the extra time with them because you don't, they like when you spend time with them, and you should like it too.
Yeah.
And they're only going to be this age for so long.
You can only cherish.
And pretty soon
moments.
they're just going to want to go get laid and shoot up and all that stuff. So I can't. I'm enjoying them while they're innocent.
Yeah.
And hopefully the shooting up doesn't happen, unless it's penicillin.
Or maybe shooting up some
insulin.
hoops.
Or shooting some buckets.
Yeah, that's what you meant. Shooting some buckets.
That's what I meant. Sure.
Some dubs.
Some dubs. Different letter, not the H.
Yep.
W, not N. So it was taking away some personal time, which I need that every week. I need this. In some facet, I need this. And I need some quality time with my family.
Yeah,
that's really my my elixir for my negative thoughts and my depression. And I think for anybody. But so it was somewhat of a dark cloud. I really had I had a moment Wednesday morning where I just was, because I was having to drive too. So I don't drive for my work, but because we were short, I was doing deliveries and they were just long days.
And a lot of people don't realize
early, and then I stay the whole shift. So
yeah, and a lot of people don't realize delivering and just driving for a living is so tiring. You're not doing much, but it's so draining.
Well, that was the thing.
Car.
So I drive 40 miles to work, then I drive 180 all day, and then I got to go drive another 40 to get home. So I'm just I'm tired, man. It's a 300-mile day.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is a lot. I mean, that's about a trip to Reno.
No, that's like a trip to LA and back. Or that's just
Not
like a
LA
trip
and
to LA.
back.
Definitely
I think
trip to
LA is like 400, 500 miles.
Mm.
But either way,
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's far. And it's just like, you know. So Wednesday I had a weird I've been noticing, like, obviously about my youngest, he is like me. He panics in a way, not like the way your siblings do, but like when something bothers me or is bothering me, I'm just consumed by it.
Yeah.
You know, and whether it's usually nervous energy that turns into aggression because I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
And Steph immediately understands and sees it, and she's just like, okay, look, you're okay. Just breathe, and you're gonna be fine. And just, it sounds so dumb, but it's like having that help, and seeing my youngest, who's gonna be 2 in a month, having him act the same is really kind of helping me see myself and understand myself a little more too, because
time or
I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, I understand, and I see how silly it looks, and I see how unnecessary it is, and it really kind of helps you understand what you need to work on. So that was nice. I'm kind of been noticing, like, even though I wasn't dealing with it and it wasn't nice on Wednesday, Steph told me, she's like, yeah, I really had to talk you and him off the ledge that morning. And it's true, that song Jumper always pops in my head by Third Eye Blind. But
yeah, great song.
Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. And then she's like, stop being a little bitch. No. So
I would understand.
So I think is it pronounced Stephen Jenkins? I think it's Stephen,
I think
right?
Stephen, yeah.
Stephen makes sense because he seems like a pretentious prick.
I heard he is.
I heard he's very much so.
And I'm not saying this from online or the internet. I know some people that know him personally.
Oh.
And, yeah.
Did I ever tell you I probably told you this story when I was at Expression and we were recording people?
With
and the original bass player.
Oh, okay. I thought you
were
a guitar player.
Was on, no, the bass player.
Uh-huh.
And I remember because he was a fucking bass player, dude.
What do you mean?
Like, he fucking riffed on it. You know how some people come in and they'll just play a bass line?
Yeah.
But when he was playing, and by the way, the music sucked. The band sucked. It was terrible. It was this old 50-something-year-old burnout lady that just was disgusting. A vile woman. Gave you Courtney Love vibes, but just even more trashy.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And less sexy. And I don't even think Courtney Love is sexy.
No.
But, yeah. So that was the front man, front woman, front person, front thing. And, but the bass, and that was the cool thing about Expression. Like, okay, so then we're like, here's the band. All right, we're going to track bass. And, you'll hear the bass with the band. But then you really, when you get that set, then you just solo the bass. And that guy was just intricate, just do hella funky, dude. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude. And, like, I mean, I was a little starstruck.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, dude, I love Third Eye Blind. And then and it was funny because it was one of those comments where I could tell he's like, I get this all the fucking time and I'm tired of talking about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, I was on one record, which was their biggest fucking record ever.
Yeah.
And yes, I went on tour with them for like 3 or 4 years, but fuck him.
That's not me no more.
Yeah, and he didn't even want to. And I didn't ask him. I don't even know if I asked him anything about Third Eye Blind because I really don't like to pry.
Yeah.
Especially when you're first meeting someone, you don't want to be that annoying fan.
Yeah.
So, and this project had nothing to do with Third Eye Blind.
Yeah.
So it's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay. But then I noticed someone or something. Somehow it got brought up about something, and he was kind of bashing the lead singer, and the same reason. He was saying the guy was a bully. It was funny. So I guess my teacher was not a Third Eye Blind fan, and I was a huge.
Yeah.
I was a huge one. I think a couple of my classmates that were in that lab group were too. But it was funny because now I remember the teacher was this deadhead elitist hippie guy who I could not really stand that well. And I think he started trashing Third Eye Blind, which I thought was kind of bold. But it turned out working in his favor because the bass player was so salty and just over that.
He was willing to
he
spill
was
the tea.
he was joining in on it.
Oh yeah.
And it was kind of the opposite of, when you go and see how the fudge is made and you're a little like, oh, the magic is somewhat taken away.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that in a way, because you were like, oh, like this awesome, beautiful record was just, the guy's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And then they were saying like, oh, I went to school with someone who went to high school with him in SF, and he was a bully. He used to fucking bully people and be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, well, he's a lead singer. And this is when I'm gonna stick up for him. It's really hard to be a person that can be charismatic enough to conduct a crowd, conduct a band, and really like the singer is basically the billboard for the band.
No, absolutely.
When you're on stage, when you're off
yeah.
stage, they're the quarterback, right? Regardless of whether they write all the music, they're normally the first person people look to.
It's
and
the pitcher.
That's a lot of fucking pressure, and not just anybody can do that job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying those are good people and I want to break bread with them, but I feel like sometimes we need to be a little understanding with the situation. It's like a wide receiver in football.
Yeah.
One of the most talented, skilled positions on the field. They're also one of the most prima donna, head cases out there. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but they have to be. They're fucking crazy. You have to be crazy to do that.
They're the face of the franchise.
So that's when I was like, okay, guys, like you guys could have, like, because I've been bullied as a kid, and like I see both sides of it. Because don't get me wrong, there's bullies out there, but there's also these like victim like dickheads that like to be the victim and like to showcase that they're being bullied. I've seen both sides of it. I've seen both sides of it, and it's ugly either way. And it's all for attention, all of it. The bully is the guy who's claiming to be bullied. It's just have a conversation.
Yeah.
But either way, I digress.
It's funny because that reminded me of remember that band from the early 2000s called The Vines?
Yeah, I do. I think
I wanna set free. I wanna set free.
I want to get free, right?
I want to get free. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I was trying to remember it too.
I was reading the reason they were huge.
Are they the ones that go? Repeat this now.
No, that's the White Stripes.
Girl. Oh yeah, that's White Stripes. Oh yeah, that's White Stripes. I don't know why. I feel like everything sounded the same in those 5 years.
Like them,
the Strokes,
the Hives, which are a freaking amazing band actually.
What were their hits? Not
the Hives.
We're still on the Vines. I'm trying to remember the Hives.
The I wanna get free.
But what was the Hives?
The Hives.
Because I think I'm mixing them up.
Do what I want and say what I got because I wanna.
Oh yeah.
I told you so. All right.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. They're freaking amazing.
It's
band.
Catchy.
I just went back and like listened to like music from. I think I can appreciate music from that era now more. Mm-hmm. And it's just like shit. This is really good music. Like I can now appreciate the Strokes. I can now appreciate like the Hives. Hot Heat. Bandages, bandage. Yeah, like
what I appreciate more than Jack White.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the White Stripes. I do like the White Stripes more than I used to, but him as a fucking guitar player.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's really amazing. Remind me tell you about something about speaking of guitar players.
But we were talking about the Vines.
The Vines. So they were from Australia, and they were huge with this hit. And then you didn't hear about them, but apparently like the singer, the face of the franchise, it was too much for him. Like being asked for interviews, blah blah blah. Like being constantly followed and being asked about like shit about their music when he's like, yeah, there's 3 other dudes who also write music. Like, why don't you ask them about music?
Yeah, that is pretty.
And
weird.
Eventually, like, he just got a nervous breakdown, and they stopped touring. They only do albums, but they don't tour that much, and even then, they don't do that much. So yeah, like, a lot of people, like, I think the ultimate goal of being in the band is to be successful and be famous, being able to tour and exposure. But sometimes people are not ready for that type of like being under a microscope 24/7.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's just the agony and the shittiness of touring.
And then so
which I don't know anything about, but I've watched videos,
documentaries,
and people talking about it.
So sink or swim, and you have to fucking be, ruthless or something else. Like it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. But speaking of guitar players, I'm surprised you didn't hit up San Francisco the past 2 days. Your boy John Mayer.
John Mayer. Well, dude, I can't. I'm not. I don't know if this isn't really a mystery, but
yeah.
I am not vaccinated.
Yeah.
So, but I also heard something that
after April 1st.
Well, they're after April 1st. They're gonna consider it. I think is what I read.
No,
I don't know if anything's set in stone for sure, but they are talking about lifting the indoor requirements for
that's what I was reading this morning. That's what they're saying.
For
that
California.
They're gonna, that no longer they're going to
My question is, though, California has never been the one that's mandating anything. Are cities still going to choose to do their own thing? And that is really what that affects. Because at the end of the day, if San Francisco wants to enforce it, regardless of what the state of California says, that's what we have to do. So.
At the end of the day, they will, because a lot of these businesses, unfortunately, it's all about money.
Well, yeah, but they're not losing money.
That's true.
Because those venues are still selling out.
Yeah,
they're just keeping all us fucking weirdos out.
I think at the end of the day, if you're unvax, whatever, it's just use common sense, people. Like if you're feeling sick or something, just don't go.
Just get vaccinated,
or
and then grow a third leg and run in the Olympics.
I'm still waiting for it. It hasn't grown on me yet.
That's a personal problem, Danny. Your third leg hasn't grown in yet.
It hasn't grown in yet.
Poor guy.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I've been lied to.
But I know John Mayer played last night and tonight, but my boy Dover's going, and he's going to record a song or two for me.
Is he going to get you a shirt?
Well, I didn't go that far.
Okay.
I could probably Venmo him some money and see what he can do.
Listen.
Because that might not be a bad. But here's the thing. I thought about it.
Okay.
And I thought again, and I was like, I didn't go to the tour, though. And that's always going to be a memory of me not going and having a shirt for it.
But is it John Mayer? Don't get the tour one.
True, but I've already seen John Mayer.
Oh, you have?
I saw him at Shoreline.
Oh, okay.
He opened up with Philip Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I don't know if you listen to Philip Phillips.
Mm-mm.
Pretty good. He's kind of a pop.
Mm-hmm.
He's a John Mayer without being all bluesy, but he's like a singer-songwriter.
Without the guitar face?
Yeah, definitely without the guitar. He's a pretty good-looking guy, actually.
Yeah.
But no, he's got some good music. He actually I believe he covered some Al Green. No white dude, but really funky, really awesome.
Yeah.
A name like Philip Phillips. He's either white or black.
It gives it away.
There's no mystery there.
There's no mystery there.
But yeah, no, John Mayer's playing tonight. But my boy Dover, man, he went to a bunch of shows. He saw Kenny Wayne Shepherd this week. He went and saw Mark Tremonti, and they all were playing at the San Jose Civic.
Nice.
So
nice.
Which I don't think I could go to either, but that is a great venue.
Yeah, I love the Civic.
I like it because it's kind of it reminds me a little of the Regency.
But
without the
crack.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's funny. That is such a great venue, the Regency.
Yeah, the Regency Ballroom.
I miss it.
I just passed by it last week. We did this. My school music program did this. We did a field trip to a hotel that's literally around the corner from the Regency, and it's like a practice studio, and it used to be like a place where a lot of musicians from the 60s and 70s were like, when they arrived to San Francisco, they'll stay there. So
it was like a hostel?
Yeah, it was a hostel turned into, it's still a hostel / museum / recording studio. They're saying how Billy Joel from Green Day like invested hella money in there.
I thought you meant Billy Joel.
No,
you meant Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
Okay,
Joel.
I was like,
I'm sorry.
From Green Day.
Not with the L. My apologies.
You're good.
But it's cool because a lot of the all over this hostel, they also have practice rooms and shit like that.
Yeah.
So you can just go and like rent a room to jam and shit. They have nothing but like musicians from the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool. Like I saw, Metallica posters, or a section for Metallica, Carlos Santana. Damn,
Do they have any other thrash bands like Testament or Exodus?
Exodus. They had a Green Day one. They had a Dead Kennedys.
Right. They have Rancid.
Yeah, they had a Rancid one too. Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
I didn't know Train was from the Bay Area.
Train is Bay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think only 2 members of Fleetwood Mac are Bay.
Yeah, and they were saying it's not necessarily that they were born here, but this is where the band started, kind of situation.
Well, yeah. So Fleetwood Mac was already big, but they really they were part of the whole Tiburon recording studio. I forgot what it's called, but that's where like Jefferson Airplane recorded.
Of course, they
Hendrix and
they had
Fleetwood Mac.
They had Janis Joplin kind of section. They had
even the Eagles, maybe something.
Maybe. So it was cool. Like that was really cool. When we passed through Regency, as we were getting in there, they were loading up for like a show. So that was kind of cool. Like they let us they're telling us about the production and like they're like, oh yeah, we were just hired for the venue, but we set up and we tell them what they need to bring and stuff. So that was cool. Like seeing that experience. And yeah, it was for me. I was in fucking heaven because they were talking about like musicians and artists that I know who the fuck they were. The kids were like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
But I was like, "Oh yeah," and like the tour guy would be like, has anyone here ever heard of I don't know, I forgot who I'm thinking. Clearwater or Creedence CCR,
yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, brother. And no one knew who the fuck they were, and I'm like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious right now?
Oh man, I know, isn't that sad? I was eating breakfast this morning, and they must have been playing CCR's greatest hits, but I looked at Steph and them all, and they're playing the CD or something because this is the 4th CCR song in a row.
Yeah.
And it was cool though, cause like, I'm like you. I love CCR. I grew up with it, and that's hella Bay too.
Yeah,
Napa, I think, or Sonoma.
Maybe no. I think they're Alameda.
No, I think they're North Bay.
They're North Bay.
I think so.
I wouldn't fucking be surprised.
Yeah, I want to say Napa.
I mean, they always bring up they have this song about Lodi. Lodi is right there.
They're definitely not from Lodi.
They're definitely not. They hate being stuck in Lodi.
Because if you're from Lodi, you for some reason you're proud of it.
And he even sings, "Oh,
stuck in
Lodi."
You're not stuck anywhere you want to be.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, if I was really cool and
you like dirt, you like farms.
Well, I got a place for you.
You like A&W root beer,
or their burgers for that case. I got a place for you. Lodi. No,
Lodi.
But yeah, that was a cool experience, dude. That was a really cool experience. Doing that, the fog coming in. But yeah, dude. It was cool, and hopefully I inspired kids to do some more stuff. But yeah, Civic definitely gives me the same. The last time I went to the Civic was I want to say I saw Ghost like 2+ years ago.
San Jose Civic, right?
Yep. I saw Ghost, and I also seen Morrissey there before.
Last time I was at the Civic, I saw Sesame Street live.
How was that?
I went by myself. No, I'm kidding. That's a pedophile.
Yeah, it is.
You cannot do something like you cannot do Disney on Ice. You cannot. No, you do not do that, Stag. But no, that was the last thing I did. It was fun. I wouldn't do it again. Probably.
I once been at the Delivery to the Wiggles at the Sounds of Civic Auditorium.
I'm happy I did Sesame Street over something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at least Sesame Street's something I grew up with. It's something I still am like.
It's familiar.
They're puppets.
Yeah.
I can't do like the adult people being silly. Like there's Blippi. I fucking hate Blippi.
I have no idea what that is.
It's good. Don't. You don't need to learn. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore.
Moving on.
I don't want to. It's evil.
Moving on.
I just don't like when adults. I know kids like it, and even when I was a kid, I'm sure I like there are things I like too. But it's weird to me, Like I don't feel comfortable when adults are like, "Hey," it's just like you're a fucking sexual predator. Get away from me. Should act that way. Stay away from that child.
That's why it bothers me. Why clowns bother me too, bro. Like,
Yeah, but at least I get that, and I'm not fighting against the clown. But at least the clown is already dressed up
wacky.
eccentrically.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like you could avoid it. You know, like you see this bright colored fucker, you just be like, I'm gonna go that way.
With green
But like
hair,
when these
I'm going
fucking
that way.
wiggle giggle people come out, dude, I don't know where they're coming from. They're like Bible thumpers, dude. They come up and they're like, "Have you accepted your fun today?" Go fuck yourself.
It's horrible.
Tie a rope.
Heek, fruit salad.
Dude,
Yummy, yummy.
I'm going to tell you right now, if
God.
all we watched was that, the suicide rate would skyrocket.
Oh, God, dude.
Skyrocket.
Well,
And the ropes from Harbor Freight would be sold out all the time.
oh, God.
By the way, those are not good ropes. They'll snap. You want something good, you probably need to invest a little money.
They're great for piñatas.
You want to go for rock climbing ropes. They'll really hold the weight.
If you, Harbor Freight is great for the weekend warrior. The one-time deal. If you really
one and done. I mean,
one and done.
Falsely, you got to look for a load-bearing beam. You know, you can't just be throwing these up on these like random. You know, hey, you know, watch a little of This Old House. Be respectful,
bro. Have some respect to your craft, please.
Yeah,
have some respect.
Any upcoming concerts for you?
Yeah, actually, dude, I feel bad because originally we weren't gonna record this week because I was supposed to be camping right now with my.
Oh, yeah, we didn't take a week off.
No,
that's how fucked week. That's how fucked my week was. I'm sorry.
This week was, dude.
Yeah.
No,
keep going.
Anyways, this week we weren't gonna record because I was gonna go camping. And granted, the last time I went camping was with you.
Jesus, that's a long time ago.
And a couple of our friends who
I was still in high school then.
No, I think we were out of. Well, I was definitely out of high school. I think you were out of high school.
Maybe just out.
Because then I don't want to be that fucking weirdo.
Well, dude, don't act like that.
Well,
There's nothing like that happened.
But anyways,
you're not weird.
It was with y'all, and
yeah.
we went up to Alum Rock. We went up Alum Rock.
It was like Grant Park, basically, right?
Yeah. Like we went up. I remember my tire popped on the scraper. On my car.
If I'm remembering, was it the same time that Daryl came late and we had to put the rocks on the thing so that you guys could get in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I do remember that time.
Yeah.
Because that was when Ryan was still with Carla.
Yes.
That was when we were in high school then. Because
maybe.
No. No, you know what? No, it was like
right
senior year or like right after, because
I think it was right after. Dude.
He was with Carla for at least 1 or 2 years after high school. I believe.
For a while,
or a while after that.
But I remember we went up. My tire popped on my way up there, so somebody had to go up there, tell the park ranger to call like AAA so they can come and get us, and then so we get there super late. Of course, by the time we get there, all you fuckers are, like, drunk.
Oh, we were fucking... Dude, I think we showed up there at, like, 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And you guys were there at least 7 or 8 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was...
Yeah, you all were done.
We were tossed.
Done. And I remember we didn't go to sleep until, like, 1 or 2 in the morning, just drinking, whatever. And I remember, like, 5:30, 6 o'clock, because this is fucking summer. It was in summer.
Yeah, it was.
I just remember, like, the sun coming out.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, no shade.
That's what's crazy about camping. It is so hot.
Yeah.
When you're outside.
Yeah, dude.
It is insane.
It was just horrible. I think we all got up, like, at 7. We went to, like, eat fucking the Grand Slam or something at Denny's. And then we said, fuck this. Everybody, I want to sleep. I went back home to sleep, dude. That was horrendous.
You know what I used to do when we did that? What? I would go home. You know, according to my parents, I stayed at my friend's house. I don't think I told them we did that.
You were going camping.
Well, if this was the same time, if I was living with my folks, then I told them I was staying in Hollywoods, and then I would just show up at home in the morning because I would have to take the bus home. I would show up. I would be so fucking hungover, and all I would do is go home, chug so much cranberry juice, and go to sleep, and no one would say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like, now looking back, I know that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's like your kid shows up the next morning and just goes to bed and no one says a word.
Yeah.
And he's like 17, 16, 17.
Yeah.
Like, someone should have been like, what are you doing? What did you guys do last night? And, like,
not even questioning it.
I'm happy they didn't, though.
Yeah.
Because those were the glory days for me,
bro.
Like we would run rampant.
Oh,
and that's the thing. Like some people looking back, they're like, I wish my parents did more. You know what? If my parents did more, maybe I would have acted out more, because I was going out and socializing, but we weren't really doing bad things. We weren't vandalizing.
No,
we were really just getting drunk.
Yeah,
which is what all young kids are gonna do.
It was just us being dumb.
But yeah.
Uh-oh. Here comes a flock of wah-wahs.
And that's what it looks like when you fuck up. Okay? And basically what happened was I had a feeling. I thought in my head, I want to make sure this SD card has enough memory on it. And I thought it did, but I forgot that I swapped it out with a smaller one a year ago. I haven't touched it since. And we timed out at about an hour, 10 minutes. What's even weirder is for some reason, the camera also timed out around the same time. So I think it just was meant to be. This is what you guys will have. This is what we got. And next week we will have a full episode for you. And if we don't, I will find a way to make an unfound footage version so at least we can have something instead of nothing. Once again, thanks for your patience. We appreciate you here at Tales from the Head. Thanks for your listening. Thanks for your listening commitments. Thanks for just signing on board with us with this project. We know we've been doing some of the merch giveaways, and that was exciting, but we do want to start actually promoting more involvement with the guests. So basically, we're going to be reading people's mental health journeys, and some of them might be able to even be guests on the show. So we're seeing what we can do. It's really kind of a beta phase, but it's getting worked out. So it is going to happen. It's kind of Danny's little brainchild with this project, and he's been doing a kick-ass job getting people in on it, getting people excited, spreading the word on Instagram, and we're going to see where it takes the project. We're excited. We want to branch out. This was part of our goals that we talked about and that Danny had for this project, as well as himself. I'm doing this a little late on a Tuesday night, so I'm a little tapped out from the drive and work in general. But if I sound sexy, then that was meant to be. If I sound like an idiot, that was an accident. So thanks everybody. Appreciate you. Keep on rocking in the free world. God, I can't even talk. Peace.